Kia ora, ni hao, and hello. Welcome to the special episode of Chewy Journal podcast. My guest today is my friend Vicky. Vicky is an experienced video producer and digital marketer and hosts a podcast show commentary about British American TV shows, movies, and comedies to Chinese audiences. Vicky and I met in London and would like to experiment with a new podcast format. So we recorded this episode while drinking a bottle of Italian wine and Japanese umushu. Like a typical girls' talks, we discussed a wide range of topics in this episode. Cheers and enjoy. Cheers.
Cheers.
So what's the name of this one in English? Is a Japanese, like traditional Japanese?
Umesu, yes.
Ah,
Jingo umesu.
interesting. Okay, so let's do this special edition podcast.
Yes.
So what motivates you to create a podcast?
So I have a podcast called Big Little Screen. And basically the idea is me and one of my friends really want to talk about English TV and movies in the Mandarin content, but without the precious thing, which everything have to be the high quality, the high end, the classic and everything. Yeah. We want to talk about it like it's gossip, it's everyday entertainment thing. That's about it.
How many episodes have you done?
So we done about 12 episodes, I think. But we have like 3 or 4 saving at the moment that we haven't been able to edit. It's more like a girl chat, a very serious discussion about things, but we all listen to film podcasts in the West where just two people talking about a thing where they really passionate about, and I think that's where we come from.
So when did you find out you were very into this TV show, theater?
I think it's around like age of 12 to 14 where everyone's starting to learn English.
Yep.
I have like 3 or 4 years following the school, and also my mom is an English teacher, so she showed me like the basic, and we spent a lot of time on the summer vacation to actually study like most Asian kids. And after that, my mom is kind of my mom had to like do her own thing, and I kind of stopped picking up stuff from the TV shows that she showed me, because we would have family dinner, sit down, but at a time where there's a lot of American TV shows being translated into subtitle with Chinese subtitles around the internet. It was about like 4 or 5 years where you basically have every TV show on American network that you can watch in China the next day. Yeah. So we're basically grabbing the opportunity to learn English, but also watching TV shows. It's become like a family activity.
What was the first American TV show you ever watched?
I don't remember actually. I remember when I was in primary school, my parents was taking me to a different city for me to take tests to get into like a junior high school, where they stayed in the hotel for 3 days. They never came out, and they were like, just bring us meal. I'm like, okay, what are you guys doing? And they're hiding in the hotel and watching Prison Break.
What?
Back today, they're binging Prison Break. They know they need to take me to the different cities, so they downloaded 2 seasons of Prison Break on the computer, bring it with them, and stay with the hotel to watch it. It's very funny.
Yeah, I see. I remember the first one I watched was Growing Pain.
Ah, okay. Is it from the TV? Or?
Yeah, from the TV, but this dubbed with the Chinese voiceover, so it's quite funny. I didn't watch it in English, but in Chinese, and I see the young Leonardo DiCaprio there. Yeah,
that's so cute.
Yeah, then I went to, I think the first Western movie I ever watched was Titanic when I was in primary school. That was such a big thing. Yeah.
I think for me it's probably Jurassic World.
Ah, okay.
But I don't remember anything about it
Yeah.
at all because my mom said I was really annoying. I was keep telling her I need to go to toilet, so she didn't even finish the movie.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time I go into an English movie alone,
Yeah.
which is the first Harry Potter movie.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
And that was the time I start to like really get into English movie, I think.
Yeah. I think the first English book I ever read is in English is Harry Potter. Yeah, before I read a lot of translation because I'm very into reading when I was little. But the Harry Potter was the one book I read in English. But I didn't remember like what I read. Just to feel like, it's good to have some English book.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So my classmates, they always, can I have a look? Yeah. Because I got some relatives from America.
Okay.
So each year they come visit my family. They bring back a lot of American snacks like Pringles and some like diamond candy.
Okay.
It's like a ring you can put on.
Oh yeah.
So I would like always show off to my classmates. Look at me. Yeah. Then I developed my American dream. Because when I was very little, I think I need to go to America. That's my dream.
When I was about like 15. 14 or 15, I start to get into like American dream as well. Yeah. Just because all the influence when we start to learn English.
True.
And it's very American dominated cultural
Exactly.
Besides the Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings, there's nothing else was outside of America was like kind of imported to China and being like pay attention to mainstream wise, I think.
Yeah. So what's the value you think American dream brings to you? What motivates you to think America is better? And
I don't really think at the time we were thinking American is better. It's just because what other countries are doing, we are not being seen. And I understand later that it's because in the UK and Europe, like the copyright contents are highly more protected, and we'll not be able to download. We'll not be able to see those things that like we used to. And in a way, the information that we received about like for UK, for example, we still think like London is very foggy. Everyone wearing long coats and they have to bring an umbrella every day. And for the other European country as well, because we normally read about them in like fairy tale books, not like in the good reports that we've been seeing on daily news. I think it's not because we think American is better. It's just because we know a little bit more in the English content about American than any other countries. So when we're talking or thinking in English, the first thing that we think of is always Americans' thoughts. That's how it developed. But I also think probably in all the film, TVs, movies, music that we sing in American, we really found a similarity of the American dream and the Chinese dream in a way. Like we all have to work hard for our goals and kind of thing like that to fight for our path.
I think when I was little, I always want to go to New York. It's like
even now, I still want to go to New York.
But I changed when I went to New York. I said, oh my God, it's so different from what I see in TV.
What have you seen?
I mean, when I was little, I watched Friends.
Yes.
Yeah, so I imagine like everybody in America would be like so family-like. Yeah, and then I watched Gossip Girl.
Okay.
So everybody should be that posh and a lot of dramas. But when I went to America, I see a lot of homeless people, especially in Los Angeles. Yeah, and in New York, everybody was so busy and nobody cares. So
Yeah, it's very interesting because I went to like commission-ish. So NYU, they have a meeting to recruit students from the UK. So I went to one of the meetings, and they were like, London is so chill. London, like everyone is just so friendly and chill. I'm like, I'm not sure I want to go to New York anymore. It is in London is
Yeah,
chill.
true.
For me, London is very busy.
Exactly. London
It's
is
very
already-
distant. So if New York is that bad, probably I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
be there for like few years. I can go for tourist, but I'm not gonna stay there.
And when I was in New York, I purchased that's a high hill. I was just like pretend I was some character from Gossip Girl
Aw.
walking on the upper
Upper
east. Yeah, upper
Okay.
east. Yeah, walking there like with my bitch face, like a poker face. Yeah, just yes. Okay, it's not so as I imagined. I was so naive to believe what the TV show or movie it showed me, but actually it's not.
Yeah.
I think same as a fairy tale. I mean, before I was always say, oh yeah, the prince find the princess find his her prince, they will happily live together. But in
Yeah.
reality, no.
Yeah, I think so. I think the mindset is quite different once you get out of China and you see not only New York but every other cities around the world in a different way. Like my first trip out of China is to Australia, and it really opens me out, and I kind of like Melbourne and I
Yeah.
kind of like Sydney in a different way. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be living there, but it's kind of like a start of something where you see, okay, this is how I used to watch these things only on the screen, but now I'm in part of it.
I see.
It's a very magical like experience.
And not sure about you when you were in Australia. Like,
Yeah.
is there any culture shock you encountered?
Not really, because we're going with like a Chinese group,
Ah.
like a travel agency, so they arrange everything, and people who go with us are very happy because there are a lot of family with older people or like younger child, and they're very happy that because the weather is so good
Yeah,
and the
true.
food is so
It's
good.
amazing. I miss the flat white.
And they're like, they told us that when they went to travel around Europe, the food is terrible because there's not much vegetable and stuff around here. And they're just happy every day,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, the sunshine. Yeah, I miss that.
Yeah.
But when I first went to New Zealand,
Yeah.
I was doubting myself a lot because their accent.
Ah.
I was like, holy shit, are they really speaking English? It took me like at least 3 months. I
Okay.
can't talk with people. Like when I see something, they don't understand me. Then when they speak something back, I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell? What are they speaking about? Because I grew up watching American accents,
Yeah.
like TV show and movies.
Yeah, I think it's the same. When we watch most of the things we see on TV are either American accent or a bit of
British.
British accent. You rarely see Australia, New Zealand, or like some South African accents in other parts of the world.
Yeah. So what brought you to the UK?
So I was dating someone in the UK, and the guy is from New Zealand.
That's so random.
On my exchange year, when I was I don't remember the time, when I was doing exchange year, so I was planning to come back when I graduate, and during that we fall through, and it's fine. I just get apply for a graduate in the UK, which is probably the most cheapest graduate that I can find in a big city, because I know I can't afford to go to New York, and if I choose Australia or New Zealand, I have to do a year and a half, and the living expense will be more than the UK.
Yeah.
So I kind of just decided I want to find a job in a foreign country in a big city because there are not more job opportunities, and see what I can do in like 3 to 5 years.
I see. So you pick up UK. Which city were you living back then?
And I was in a small town in Surrey called Guildford. But it's not far away from London, and I was able to come into London twice or 3 times during my stay there. So I kind of understand how UK works in a small town of scale, but also how big city can offer in a way.
I see. Yeah, before I came to London, I always think, oh my god, I can go to so many museums
Yeah.
and watch so many shows and theaters. Yeah. Then COVID happened. But yeah.
Yeah, I think COVID is actually hitting very hard because even though I stay in a London flat, I don't feel like I'm in London anymore.
True.
You're not having the same kind of experience if you only stay in the COVID time because there is not much happening for the first year. And then the second year, there's a lot of limitations on where you can go, where you can't go, how many tests you have to get, and things like that.
True. So I moved to London July 2019.
I think it's the kids downstairs.
That's fine. It's a little bit noisy. It's fine. So I had like half a year to explore London.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
And
a quiet atmosphere.
yeah. So from July 2019 to March 2020, which is before COVID. So I got this time period to explore the UK, which is pretty lucky. I know a lot of people, they do move to London like, right in the COVID, so they didn't have much time to stay. Yeah. I remember the last live show I watched was Hamilton. So it's great. Yeah, finally I watched it. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, but London is so different. But it's very good for photography, you know.
I know.
Without all the tourists, I can go anywhere, take a lot of good photos.
Do you enjoy your time in London?
I think so. I know London is
Is it lived up to your expectation or like very far from your expectation?
I think beyond my expectation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Before I came here, a lot of people say Londoners are arrogant and cold. But the people I come across are so friendly and heartwarming people.
That's so good.
And you know, I love football, so every time I go to stadium and just watch games with strangers, because I normally go by myself, but there are so many lovely people. They talk to me and even buy me drinks. It's quite it's beyond my expectation.
Okay, that's good.
And also the culture side and the literature side. I visit a lot of writers and poets, residency.
When I first get to England, I go to a lot of like national trust places
bought a card
where writers or like famous people live in, and they're like very lovely little house where it's good to go for a day. And then after a year or two, I'm like, I'm tired.
True. I was very like intensely travel for my first half a year. It feels like I've already knew COVID will happen, so I need to do all my things. And I think I went to Yorkshire. The North Yorkshire, where is the Bronte sisters. So I visited their residency, and during my 3 or 4 days there, I wrote 30,000 words. I don't know, like it's just like
that's the
all
spirit.
I got the muse around me. That's just writing, because it was so like heavily raining and very windy, so I didn't go outside. I stay in an Airbnb which is built in 17th century.
Oh wow!
And just opposite the Bronte sisters tomb. Like I feel their vibes there.
Have you been to the Chatsworth house?
The Shakespeare.
It's the house that in the Pride and Prejudice in the 95th version of BBC's Pride and Prejudice as the Mr. Collins.
Oh no!
It's there. I'll send you a link later. It's a lovely house to go for a day if you're going to North or somewhere around Yorkshire.
Cool. I need to go. And I quite like the blue plague, the blue thing, the blue sign.
Okay, to tell you what happens on a building.
This because during COVID I had nothing to do, so I just walk around, then take a picture of all these blue signs.
I think there's a few in Soho, which is very interesting. There's one near my work, which is where Paul McCartney met his wife. It was like in a club that like 3 doors next to my work. And you can see a lot of old people gathering in front of a plaque where those are guys who tell them everything about the history side of that. It's very funny.
Oh, I think the most memorable one was George Orwell, his old residency in Notting Hill.
Oh, okay.
Because I live nearby Notting Hill, so I was like, oh, okay, he lived here before. And I even create a map of all the places George Orwell lived and been to, or get inspiration from.
I think before COVID there's a lot of like walking tours. Not just about George Wells, but also like about Harry Potter or everything that any tourist could be interested in. There was like ghost tour where if you want to
what's the name of that place? The Jack the Ripper.
There was a like ghost tour where if you want to like hear haunted stories around London and stuff.
I think for the TV show or movie, I think Sherlock Holmes would be the
course.
the one influenced me a lot. I think the first tourism spot I visited is 221 Baker Street. I was waiting there for more than 1 hour to get into that place.
Oh wow!
It's July 2019, which is I think it's 35 degree. I was standing in the sun, just
No, it's a lot of people love Sherlock, but also the BBC show is like a big hit. The biggest hit ever in the past 10 years, I would say.
I see. The next one would be Fleabag.
Yes.
What are the British show or movies you like most?
I don't watch much British show lately. I don't think so. But it's strange, but there's not much going on. I'm watching Mrs. Maisel lately.
I quite like that.
The new season just coming out.
Really, a new one? Okay.
Yeah,
I need to watch it.
Season 4 is just coming out, but it's not London, so.
Yeah, I think Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
Paddington.
The movie is quite family
friendly. I had a friend, he visited me in London, so he wants to like tick all the box, the Mary Poppy, fish and chips, and Paddington. I said okay.
In a way, I think London is quite good at pushing out things like tourist and family friendly things more than American in a way. I do heard like Netflix receive like a funding to develop like documentary and for like the underrepresented group of UK this year. So I don't know what will come out. But we'll see.
I know there are a lot of royal families shows on Netflix or documentary.
I don't really watch royal family stuff.
Not that interest.
No, I just don't think it was really in my radar taste of to understand what happens in the monarchies or something like that.
Did you watch Crown or Downton Abbey?
I watch a bit of Downton Abbey. My mom absolutely loved it, and my English grandma, which is the host family that I stay with, she absolutely loves it. I think it's one of the shows that just influenced everyone in a way.
Yeah, so true. I think British like Line of Duty, this kind of police.
I think that's what BBC is trying to push on culture wise. But there was a limited series called Bodyguards a few years ago.
Yes, I love it. I love the Scottish accent from what's his name again? The main
Richard
character.
Madden.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of weird. In the last few years, we either see things like Line of Duty, Bodyguard, like thrillers, or something very touristy like Downton Abbey or Crowns. It's kind of, you don't have in the middle kind of modern British representative except Fleabag.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, they don't have a lot of like family focus.
Yeah, even like now, when you watch American TV, you see HBO are trying to push Euphoria, which is focusing on like American youth,
Yeah.
kind of the side, and you see Netflix doing like Queer Eye, kind of like family friendly, but also kind of active-ish thing.
Yeah.
And so they have like a good range of different things, but in the UK it's still kind of not very well profile wise, I would say.
I remember there is one UK show is being banned in China.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes and yes.
Yes. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, it's a kind of modern but a futurist. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, actually, I think Sex Education is probably one of the best UK production in the past few years. It's kind of in the use. It's still it kind of take over the skin kind of format, but also in a better writing, more British writing, I would say.
So what do you say the difference between British writing and American writing?
I think it's also because how different the TV used to runs. Like in the UK, there's more limited series.
Yeah.
Then American TV used to be on the network side, so you're more likely to develop like a series over like 3 or 4 months. And there was like sitcoms, there were like dramas, there were like more in the category where every different things runs, and they probably have like a giant stage place in like a production place where everything's pushed in and then they shoot everything and then leave. Like The Good Wife, it was everything's built in a studio. You can't imagine. In the UK, you see more productions are actually in the house on the street than a lot of very well crafted production sound stage kind of thing.
True.
So in production wise, it's kind of like that. But in the writing wise, I would think the line is kind of crossed in the past few years, because we see the success of Killing Eve.
Yeah.
And we see Fleabag getting big in American as well. So they're taking each other's side, and also because the streaming platform is coming to play, and you will see production like Bridgerton, which was predominantly done in the UK with UK actors, but was done by American production company. I'm not sure about the writers, but the way they craft the whole story is more American-wise.
Very cheesy.
Yeah, but it's also entertaining, and that's what a lot of people need after a long days of work. Not everything need to be very serious, need to be like British scandal-ish.
Yeah.
Or things where you can really go into and binge for hours.
Sure. Yeah, the thing I like about British TV show is very like dark.
There is a part of like dark humor in the British, even that. Like kind of comedy wise. Every thing that we can think of is kind of dark or depressing.
About the afterlife,
it's kind of depressing. And you see Daniel Sloth, he's not English, he's Scottish, but he's also kind of depressing-ish.
I enjoy his show so much.
Yeah. So I would say, I can see why like you rarely see the very sunshine-ish character in any UK TV movies or comedy-wise.
Probably it's the weather made everyone so depressing.
I think so. I think there was part of a reason, yes.
Yeah. I watched the Inside Number 9.
Okay, how was it?
It's great. Yeah, that's one of my favorite British show. And the two creators, they were being into many different shows.
Okay.
Can't remember the name. So they always made some crazy and dark shows.
my friends who recommend me that says if you like Rick and Morty, you probably like Inside
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
another like always with a twist in the
Okay.
end. Yeah, they got a couple of episodes. I was like, oh my god, brilliant! How come you made that? I feel like if I can make one of the episode from that, I
Yeah.
can die now. Okay, my life is fine. Can end now. I'm satisfied.
Aw.
Yeah. So these two character, the two creator, can't remember their name. So they're so talented. They we will say in Chinese, 脑洞大. I don't know how to say it in English. Like full of imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite enjoy it and very dark, which
Yeah.
is fit for my taste. Yeah.
Do you think like when you come to UK, based on everything you see on the TV or like movies about UK, like do you think it reflects on it or is it very different?
I think overall, I can talk philosophy literature with British people.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I feel so when I was in New Zealand, hardly everybody we all talk about outdoors or not many philosophical
Or
literature
right, yeah, of course.
focused conversation. But here I feel like I can meet my expectation on the have some deep conversation.
Yeah, it's weird because my first time when I do an internship in the UK and we go to a Friday afternoon afterward drink, which is a thing in the UK. So everyone was talking about documentaries. I have no idea, and I have no what do you say? And I don't know what the subject about. The subject can be very random. It could be about like a murder or some kind of forest, and there's like a penguin or something, and they can talk about it for hours. And I'm very curious how British people entertain themselves after work with documentary. But I think it's like a thing.
I think so. It's quite good. Yeah. And when I tell my colleague, my British colleague, I love football, I like to go to the stadium to watch during the weekend, they'll say, how come you enjoy literature and history and you are into football? I feel like there's no like gap between that.
Yeah, I don't think it's like necessary.
But
you have to choose one over
but I feel
another.
like upper middle class, they feel like only middle class or lower middle class or working class people watching football in the weekend. So I feel the class here is quite thin. Yeah, I never encountered that in New Zealand. So because in New Zealand everybody is very equal.
Okay.
Even if you are prime minister, I can still meet prime minister in the supermarket and have a conversation, a small talk. But here people say, oh yeah, we talk about history, arts, and we don't watch football. Maybe there are a group of people, they watch it. But they find it's rare you so into literature, you are a writer and you enjoy football. I just found, what's the connection here? It just doesn't conflict, actually.
I think that's the thing. Like, I think that's the thing for foreigners, who, especially when we're not living in the English content for so long, where we just observe everything that we like. It doesn't really matter if it's upper class or lower class or whatever. Not in American content or in the British content as well. We don't really understand the difference of different things should be consumed by different people.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I do feel, and this might be a political uncorrected. I find when black people speak a British accent, I find this very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's rare when you first moved here and you didn't see much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching American TV show, all the black people, they speak like a gangster. Here, it's like, they speak like a queen. I find it very interesting.
I saw some comedian, like black comedian, make fun of how when they come to US and everyone being shocked and stuff.
You ain't my brother. You speak.
But I think also in a way, I don't know if it's true, but black people are in outside of US also think the black Americans been taking too much of spotlight to make their problem more simpler than it's supposed to be. They're not just what happens in American in the black community matters. Other places outside American also have their own problems. I'm not including, so they're not really happy about that.
I see. Especially in the British colonials, like a lot of historical problems. Yeah, I read some books about that, like written by British black people. You know.
Yeah. I think not far from here. It's like 15 minutes walk. There was the first black bookstore around this area, and they're closing down, I think this week, not this week, this month sometime, because there are not much people around and the bookstore is like struggling lately.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's your attitude about Asian people in Britain?
I think I don't know actually.
I think overall they're very friendly to Asian.
Yeah. I think Asian people in Britain, well, like East Asian people, are quite friendly, and a lot of them don't really have the burden of being the first generation, because a lot of them are in our age, which is second generation immigrant. Their parents already here, and their parents probably retire and go back home, and they will have like half year in Hong Kong spending with their friends and half year in here just enjoying summer and things like that. So I found them quite chill, but they're also quite independent because they growing up don't really have like a big community as well.
Yeah, sure. I feel some of my Asian American friends, they will say they have a huge struggle living in America because of racism or something like that. But I never encountered in New Zealand or here in the UK. I feel overall it's people are still very friendly. Yeah.
I do have some people like on the street, they were randomly shouting at you or doing
Ni hao.
things. Not like in a friendly way, but in a more insulting way.
Oh, I see.
But I think it just happens, not just in London. Every city could happen with that. There's a few of them, and then they just mess up.
Oh, I know. Because I know you do a lot of like cross-culture communications.
Yeah.
Then what's a big takeaway from your job?
It's really strange because my day job as like a video editor, I want to do more than just UK and China's cross-cultural, like referencing on what's the difference, highlighting what's good and bad and things like that. But because the culture of short platform videos, you have to condense everything to like 5 seconds or 10 seconds, which I don't like. I think some topic have to be explored in a deeper conversation or in a longer form, which not fit in my job anymore. I think it's a shame that a lot of people just want to learn everything in a minute.
That's a whole lot of how-to videos go viral.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way for one thing. And a lot of things is you can't experience other people's summary or like there's notes. You have to go out and talk to an English people, figure out what they feel about something, or even 2 or 3 other English people. They might have different opinions on the same thing.
Sure.
And even when I met like British people say they like Chinese food, some means they like authentic, very spicy Chinese food. Some means they only accept Chinese takeaway and they can't take anymore. It's the same Chinese food, but it's very different.
I had one friend, he told me, I like Chinese food, I like the fortune cookie. Like, what the fuck? It's not Chinese food. That's an invention from America.
Yeah, I think it's just in this time you can't really have a mindset of I would know a certain answer for something, especially when we're doing traveling or living in a different country. Everyone's perception of something could be very different.
Yeah.
And it's understand the context is more
that's
important.
very important.
It's more important.
Yeah.
And I think only by that we will understand each other a little bit better.
Exactly. People don't have the patience to learn a lot. They just want some quick solution or put you in a stereotype because their brand, it doesn't want to use their brand to think.
In a way, I will feel it's like that. But also in the past 2 years, we see like Black Lives Matters, which bring out a lot of attention for people to learn more about British culture and to learn more about Black culture in different ways, how to support different things, and the Ukraine war that is going on, which bring us to learn more about what's happening in Europe in the situation and how to help other people. I think in the past 2 years, even with all these bad sides, everyone, regardless of your race, your nationalities, people are actually cares a little bit more. Probably because they have nothing to do, so they actually quite calm down and think about what they can offer. I think that's a good side of the COVID.
I see. And I feel like the concept of nations and passport is only recently, I mean, like in the past 100 or 200 years. It's not like always in human history. So it's a very newly concept, and the people fight about this fictional concept. That's the thing I can't quite understand.
I think we're also quite lucky because we live in a place that don't have to title to one city, which back in China, a lot of people are having trouble to even move to different cities because they have to transfer their document within their family to a different place, and they have a file on their workplace. They have to transfer to the place, which is such a hassle. And like different places will have different policies on like healthcare and things. So we don't have to worry about it for the start, but for a lot of people, they still have to. So even like I really would like to see the border of different nations could be easier like within the European countries, but I don't see it will be easier generally for the world, especially when there are several different wars going on in the world.
I see. Because before, I think 400 years ago, there was no border in Europe, or even 200 years ago. I can't remember. So there's a map, but there's no border between this. And I have so many conversations about China and Taiwan. So this is a thing you can't explain well. Like, how can you define a country? How many years of history you need to trace back to say, okay, they are the independent. So
I think, I don't know. I don't actually know.
It's quite complicated, even for the Ukraine and the Russian. If you trace back to the history, Ukraine even not an independent country.
I think it's the same what happened last year with there was a kind of small kind of fight in the China and Indian border. They were just kind of fighting over this is ours and that is ours, kind of he say she say kind of situation.
I think my trip to Tibet also changed my perspective, because before I was working as a journalist, and I always think, Western media is much better than Chinese media. They don't have censorship and they are very justified for every news. But when I went to Tibet, because all the Western media will say, Tibet, the problem, blah blah. I went there, I see the people. I chatted with so many local people and to ask them, what do you think about the Dalai Lama or the Chinese CCP? I don't think like I random pick up someone just like an actor to tell you the fake thing. They do enjoy their new life. They don't want to go back to become a slavery in the past. So I don't think why Western media always use Tibet as like
I
excuse.
think it's a way of a lot of people. Not a lot of people. I think it's the problem of a lot of Western media not be able to access to the part of China. So
true. Use their imagination.
They don't really have the first-hand sources, and even if Asian people like there's a YouTube channel called Asian Boss.
Okay.
They do a lot of interview within different Asian countries, ask people about their opinions on certain things. So they do some interviews within China, ask them about specific things on China, how they feel about the thing, or how Western media think about things, if they think it's true or not. And I saw a lot of people very genuinely thinking, well, in this situation, they prefer the China way. And the comments been say everyone's been brainwashed or been paid actors.
That's what I said.
I think it's kind of a prejudice, I would say.
I see. Especially a lot of foreigners living in China. And all the Western media will say them, oh, they're paid, they're being bribed by the CCP. Come on.
Well, I think it's also the problem of how you define a personal opinion as if it's the state's opinions or it's a median's points of view of opinion, because in these days everyone can have a YouTube channel, everyone can have a podcast, everyone can have their ways of saying. It's hard to tell how much authorized anyone can trust these things. So if they want to trust, they're fine, but a lot of people, it's gonna be suspicious. Well, it's not just Western media versus Chinese media. I think in a way, even like when you're on BBC, you will see they are describing in a situation where the COVID cases from Africa, from India, been painting the picture as the foreign immigrants are ruining this country. So it all comes down to perspective as well, I think.
Sure. Wow. To feel like the world is so complicated.
It is. It's always are.
Let's get back to some light topics with the wine. So let's talk about the dating life.
Yes. From war to dating. Two of the things people can't escape.
So how did you meet that New Zealand guy?
Yeah, I met him through like a dating app. I don't remember what is it called now because it was so long ago.
I used to use dating app when I first moved to London, but later I feel like there's so many ghosting happen.
Okay.
Yeah, especially in London, because in New Zealand nobody ever dared to ghost. People are such a small country. If you ghost me, okay, I'll find you. Maybe we live in the same neighborhood or something.
Oh wow.
But here in London, if people ghost you, they are disappear forever because so big.
Yeah, I have people who set up a meeting with me. Like 3 or 4 hours later, I say, great, I'm gonna take a nap and I'm gonna see you. And when I woke up, the whole account just disappeared.
That's so rude. Because people don't want to be in the conflict or can't be bothered to tell you, oh, you're not.
I don't really know what happens. I hope the person is okay.
Yeah, because normally I think, oh, maybe he got car crash or something like that.
Well, I think people normally delete their account. Either they found someone or they're mentally suffering from swiping too much.
Yeah, I delete all the dating account probably for more than a year now. Okay. I create a website to say what's my situation and what's my requirement. Okay. Yeah, so...
How do you find it? Is it more effective than dating app or?
I just not in the mood for dating at the moment because I'm very career driven. So if people like want to have a date, I'll
Yeah.
say, okay, here's my profile. Look
Yeah.
at it. If you think you take all the books, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
But this is only limited to the like people want to date me. If it's a friend, I'm just go out with friend.
Yeah.
I
Of
just
course.
feel like I don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch the Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie. I
Yes.
do feel like I'm that guy. Oh my god, I'm like 30 and I don't have time. I need to make some good work before I die. I don't know where is the urgency come from, but I do
Okay.
feel like no, I don't have time. I don't have time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was in a similar mindset. I don't have the width band. I don't have the width band for dating at the moment. I'm not intentionally looking for it, like swiping. But
Yeah.
if it happens, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
Yeah.
in a mindset, and I also stopped using apps. Like 3 months into COVID, I know it's not gonna happen because I want to be safe. I don't want to go out to meet people.
I see. Yeah. During COVID, I think that's the time I just get rid of all the dating apps.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to risk my life, meet someone boring. But bye. I prefer the organic way of meeting.
Yeah, I think before I delete everything, I actually started talking to someone, and during the talking, I just realized I don't really have the mindset of dating, not just this person, but also generally for everyone as well. That's why I started deleting it. It's kind of funny how without the app, I feel much more focused.
Yeah.
I feel like I get more things done.
True. I start my newsletter English newsletter. I save that time to focus on my career.
Yeah, I don't even think I focused on a career for the first year. I just take more time to watch TV and lie down, and I'm even more happier anyway.
So have you done the personality test, the 16 personality?
Yeah.
What's your type?
I think recently I am INFJ.
INFJ.
Yeah, because I think last time when I tell you I was INFP, but I just like bouncing around between J and P most of the time.
J is a judgment, right? P is, I can't remember what is that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm ENTJ.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I think if I do it today, I probably change. Change to I. Yeah. I feel like I'm a more introvert now. Yeah, it's about during COVID because I need people.
Yeah.
But during COVID, it forced me to live by myself in London, in a new country,
Yeah.
not have many friends, kind of forced to be alone. And I have to find out, oh my god, I enjoy spending time with myself.
I know. I realized when all my flatmates move out, I'm like, I'm perfect. I'm living very happily now. I don't want no more flatmate. Probably a dog. That's about it.
Sure. Yeah. So I think COVID shift a lot of people's perspective and let them know more about themselves.
Yeah, you definitely have more time. I think I take on study new languages. I'm still doing it in a very small percentage way.
What are you learning?
And so I start to learn Korean, and currently I'm studying German as well.
Wow. German,
I want to do Arabic, but I
Whoa.
not be able to do everything like perfectly, and haven't found like a course that suit me as well. So if anyone have a recommendation, please send to me.
Arabic is so hard. I have a Egyptian friend.
Yeah.
Every time I listen to him talking in his language, wow, that's so hard. That's a next level.
Yeah, but I actually have a friend who picked up Arabic when he's just doing dentist to his Arabic clients. He's just randomly start to learn and talk. So I thought, well, if someone can just pick it up, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, true. I start to learn Portuguese.
Yeah.
Since I moved there.
How do you feel?
I feel it's a very beautiful language.
Yeah.
It's like a singing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think once I get my residency, I'll start my course properly, so
Yeah.
learn from grammar and to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be fun.
I think it's good, and I never thought if I become adult, I don't have ability to learn new language. Because a lot
Yeah.
of people think, you can only learn new language when you're a kid.
No,
Not
it's
really.
It's on a different way, I would say. When I was
True.
little, I think for me to learn a new languages require me to sit down 3 hours every day to be
Remember
able.
the vocabularies.
Yeah, and it's actually very painful. But
True.
now, I'm just using Duolingo and
Mm.
different things, and I like watch Korean drama and other stuff, which I pick about things quite quickly. I will like recognize this was quite similar to some words in Chinese,
Oh, interesting.
and there are some words quite similar to the Taiwanese dialect as
Uh-huh.
well. So
Oh.
I understand that. So it's easy to just make things up. And there are like three, I think about 10% of like English words as well. So you basically already get the basic going.
I see.
Yeah.
That's how I learned Japanese.
Okay.
It's so similar to Chinese
Yeah.
character, and they borrow a lot of English words.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
supermarket, they're like supermarket, so it's very easy to learn. And the grammar is not that hard.
Okay. Yeah. I do
Mm.
want to learn Japanese after I actually get one thing's basic going on as well.
We have such a long list. I remember when I watched the Dark, the Netflix or German show. I was so into learning German.
Okay.
Yeah, I downloaded the Duolingo and start to learn. But after 2 months, yeah, when people ask me, well, what's your technique to learn English? I
Yeah.
say, find a boyfriend. Because you need to practice every day.
I
That's the
know.
only way to learn.
But
Language.
it's also a tricky thing with what boyfriend you found. Because you never know the accents.
Yeah, that's interesting.
The accent and the dialect, I think, is the most difficult for me to understand.
Yeah.
Because my ex will say a lot of things in New Zealand that make sense. The difference in the UK's
True.
sense.
Slangs, yeah, it's different.
Which we have to argue about. This is how I learn, and I learned in an American way. So none of us knows which one is like correct.
Yeah, that's how I found very struggle when I moved to New Zealand. What? Why you say that? And their accent is very interesting. You know, the deck, like balcony. Deck.
Yeah.
You need to pronounce like dick. What the fuck? I have a barbecue on my dick. What? I find it so funny.
It definitely takes some time to like
Yeah.
adjust that and to figure out what is what. I think.
Yeah, when I moved to Portugal, I have a friend who speaks Brazilian Portuguese. So
Okay.
he taught me a lot of Brazilian Portuguese.
Is it very different from like
I
Portuguese?
think Brazilian Portuguese is more beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, the pronunciation. Yeah. So when I speak the way he taught me, then my Portuguese friend will say, "No, we don't speak like that." Like, okay. Then I realized, okay, it's different. But
Yeah,
But
like
as long as you can understand me, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's kind of understandable, I think.
Yeah.
Because when I first moved to the UK, there's no flat white. And every time I go ask for a flat white, people are like, what is
What
flat
the
white?
heck is that?
And within 2 years, I'm very happy. Somebody just magical bring flat white to the UK.
It's so funny. I went to Anzon Cafe this
Yeah.
morning. It's a New Zealand round cafe
Okay.
in Shoreditch.
Okay.
Yeah. So I say, come on, if you want the perfect flat white, go there. That's a New Zealand coffee bean. New
Yeah.
Zealand barista.
I was like, there's also flat black. Where is the flat black? And no one understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, the culture, even it's a
Yeah.
Commonwealth country, but still different. But overall, I didn't feel a lot of culture shock when I moved to the UK.
Yeah,
From
I
New
don't
Zealand.
think it's like majoritarily different.
Quite similar, like after work drinks.
Yeah.
We do it very in New Zealand as well. Yeah, apart from football, in New Zealand nobody talks about football with me.
Is it the
Rugby,
Oh yeah,
or
rugby.
blacks, or crackers.
Mm.
But yeah, I love football.
When did you start to develop like interest in football?
My dad is a huge
Okay.
football fan. He play like in an amateur level.
Okay.
Yes, he play with his student. He's a university professor.
Hmm.
So he played since he's 20, I think.
Okay.
And now he still play.
Oh.
But he used to play forward or striker in
Okay.
right front. Then with aging, he played middle field. Then defender, now he play goalkeeper. He can't run that much. Yeah, but he still play. And then he
Yeah.
took me to watch football when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Oh wow.
And I read my mom kept the diary for me.
Mm.
She mentioned my dad used to took me to play when I was 2 years old, but I can't
Okay.
remember that.
Oh,
so
that's so
wow.
lovely.
Yeah, so I feel like, I enjoy watching football with my dad.
Oh,
He,
family activity and
'cause
things. Like
I
that.
remember when I was in China, we normally got up at 2 or 3 a.m. to watch Europeans, because the
Oh.
time difference.
Yeah.
That's such a happy memory, especially in the college entrance examination year.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they all like started, but I was like watching football
Yeah.
with my dad.
You have to
Very
have like
chill.
a parents very understanding and also love the same thing
Yeah.
for you to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Because my dad, he studied in Australia before,
Okay.
so he has a Western mindset.
Yeah.
So never pushed me to learn, just
Aw.
always took me to play or cultivate my hobbies. Yes,
Yeah.
very appreciate that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people didn't realize is how sports brings people together the same way like music, TV and movie bring
Mm-hmm.
people together.
Yeah.
Like it's not just a conversation where everyone can start. When you actually do the conversation and when you actually do the activity like going to a match or play a match together, you bonding, you create this bond that
Yeah.
it's really hard to find. Yeah.
It's very interesting. All the boys I dated, they all supported the opposite team. I never find anyone support the same team as me because I grew up watching Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah. Then later I follow Pep Guardiola. So support Bayern Munich, now Man City.
Yeah.
But they all support the other side. Okay, that's a curse.
Maybe it's time to find someone in the same club.
We'll see. That's so funny, yeah. And that's the thing I also find it very interesting because all the boys, they think, oh, when they know I'm a football fan,
Yeah.
they're like shining in their eyes. Oh my god, it's so rare to find a female football fan.
Do you think they like discriminate you for like being a girl fan that know less than they do?
Yeah, they they explain what is offside,
Yeah.
what is a penalty.
They're like, I know everything.
Come on, boy. I even started watch football like that. You are,
Yeah, yeah.
But they assume, you don't know anything. And because for me, when I watch Barcelona, I also
Yeah.
learn Spanish history to
Oh.
see why Barcelona against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Because some political reasons and Catalonia, like they want independence.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when I
of course.
share with them about that, they were like so shocked. They're like, how come you know a lot of them? And
Yeah, I think I was discussing this with some of my friends yesterday. Cause like I'm working for this new thing. I'm working on a new project with some of my friends, called Soul Therapy, where it's a bunch of women. They trying to promote Korean hip hop music.
Oh.
So they would like make their own playlists. They would organize their events for people who like Korean music to come together, but mostly on hip hop. A lot of people assume that as a group that we run this thing as men,
Okay.
which is one thing, and we're talking about a lot of as a lot of women when we discuss about music that we like. When we talk about Korean music, the first thing jump into people's heads is you are a Korean boo, which you only like Korean men,
I see.
or something similar like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's been having the similar things, not just in football, but also in other things, in films, in like music, like I just mentioned. We're thinking that for young women, we're just being punished for liking anything.
True.
In a way.
I feel like that. Yeah, when I was young, I like David Beckham.
Yeah.
Because he's so handsome. Like, every girl likes him.
Yeah, even the guys like him. There's no comparison for there's nothing wrong with liking a handsome guy who have legendary records.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when my male friends, they know that okay, you just like his handsome look, you probably know nothing about it.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. I become like okay, I don't want to argue like whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but do you think it's like it would be good for you to be more accurate about like female football fans, or do you like feel like you're not really comfortable showing people that you're a female football fan, so the other people think you're only into football because boys?
Now I just don't care anymore.
Okay.
But before, I don't normally expose my identity as a football fan.
Okay.
I would just watching there go to the pub by myself. I don't even want to take my like male friends to watch it with me. So, it's gonna be they will be you're a football fan. Like it's either very surprised or I'm just tired of that.
Yeah, I think it's the same about like getting into Marvel movies and stuff. There's a lot of people thinking girls don't understand what Marvel's about. It's very easy. It happens not just in that.
Sure, yeah. That's the thing. Even sometimes when I date boys, they put me into a traditional East Asian girls category.
Yeah.
And it must be very obeyed, like will very gentle or what. Yeah.
Not everyone have the same characteristics.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they just like yellow fever guys. Yeah, they want to find some Chinese girl, but then they find out I have such a like openness, or they will say, oh, you're not a typical, like Chinese girl. I said, what's a typical Chinese girl?
Yeah.
Like we got millions of people. How can you put millions of people into one category?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah, even with everyone that I dated, they're all very different. I
True.
wouldn't say this is how English guys should be like. They probably exist in the movies, but I wouldn't take that as this is the standard of every British guy have to tick.
Yeah. That's so annoying. Yeah, I find it's very annoying. So that's why I make my dating profile. Like,
Okay.
That's me. You can read my instruction first. Decide if if you want to put me into box. Probably it's better to read that first. Yeah, I'm not your your imaginary Asian girl. Like,
I think so. I think on like dating app, people probably just swiping for, well, I like this
Asian.
picture.
Yes.
Yeah, or like, I like this picture, let's chat for a bit, and if the chat doesn't go anywhere like they wanted to, they just ghost you, like you said. And which wastes a lot of time, I would say.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I just wish people can use their brand more. Don't be lazy. I know I sometimes have this problem. If I see a person, like first impression, my brand will like put them into a box. Like, oh, okay, you're from Italy, you must like pizza and whatever. But
I think so.
Yeah.
I think for me now, I'm trying to learn a bit more about everyone else before we can like jump into conclusion like, this is where you like, or oh, this is the thing you like, it must be like this and that and that. Which I think I did it as well, which I think I need to do better.
I think no one can avoid that, but you can always remind yourself to pay attention to that. Don't put people into a certain box.
Yeah, and also like listen to more about different people, I think. Because the project that I'm working on with my friend, I met a lot of people from European, they're from different backgrounds. They were like Black, Muslim, and like Asian backgrounds, people who grow up in Europe. They have very different experience than what we have as immigrants. So I thought, well, there's a lot of things we don't know about that we can definitely listen more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think you want to live in the UK for a while?
I
Or
don't really know. I think I've done most of the things that I want to do in the UK. I'm looking forward to see if there's anywhere else that I can go to. But if not, I'm happy to stay here for a few more years.
yeah.
Like, the cultural wise, London is small enough to have everything that I wanted, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things that you don't really have, but there's enough thing that I enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody I know, they lived in London.
Yeah.
Nobody says, "Oh, I hate London." Everyone loves here. You can't find anything like it's fit for so many people. It's such a multicultural city. You can always find what you like.
Yeah, I think in London I definitely see more stuff than I ever seen in like small towns in the UK.
Yeah.
But also because I like theatre, I like music, I like all these cultural things where you can just go to a random cinema and finish the movie and then director could come up doing Q&A out of nowhere. It's quite interesting that you don't really compete, you don't really have that much big city have the opportunity like this.
True. I remember when I watched Ian McKellen's show, I only spent £10.
Yeah.
Sitting in the front row, and he asked, "Oh, is there any audience want to come to the stage?" I was like, "Come on, pick up me." Then I was on the stage with him. I never thought I would do that, and he took a selfie with me, then gave me the picture. Oh my god! Because I mentioned I'm from New Zealand. Because he did the Lord of the Ring and Hobbit in New Zealand, so he was very surprised.
Like you said, I also think like London is not just multicultural, but they have one of the oldest thing that exists in the world, which at the meantime they have some of the newest thing, like some VR game rooms and a lot of new tech things. That it's very condensed. Nothing is like majorly big like Silicon Valley, but you get a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And if you're like very curious like I did, it's actually good to see more than you decided which route you want to get into. Like the literature side, you actually get Shakespeare Globe, and you got National Theatre and all these things. The news side, like all the millennials go to all these parties, and you got not just the westernized white music, you got a lot of good like Notting Hill, what's it called? The Brazilian festival.
Oh, Carnival.
The Notting Hill Carnival. You got the Brazilian kind of things going on. You got reggae. You got all sorts of things. Not just very American centralized. Which, when I got here, I realized the one thing that London offer is outside of very American centralized thing, which I start to learn more about every other culture, and it's actually good. Like you don't really see those in the English content that we receive when we're growing up. Yeah,
that's amazing. And I remember during COVID, I signed up as extras.
Yeah.
So I went to film in a couple for shows.
Yeah.
I remember one show I filmed is in Ted Russell.
Okay.
Ted Lasso. Just a backward picture. We filmed in the National History Museum. It's so funny. Just so a lot of opportunities. You can do a lot of new things. I never thought I could be like part of some TV show, even just like 1 second.
I think like in your 20s to 30s, you either go to New York or do something like, if you're very ambitious, then you can make a lot of connections. But if you're just happy to chill by your own, like you said, like more introvert-ish, London is a good choice.
Now I'm abounding London to Portugal now, to Lisbon now.
I'd love to go to Lisbon some days.
My favorite writer, he used to live there. So Yeah, I always feel the connection if there's someone I like, either dead or
Yeah.
alive. I feel the connection still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my connection to anything is water. I really would like to live somewhere near water. So even like times is far away from me, not very close. I'm happy to by sea, but there is no sea. I'm okay with a river.
Go to New Zealand.
Yeah, so New York is not really by the sea, isn't it? So we'll see.
Yeah, it's so funny. When I first moved to London, my local friends
Yeah.
was, how come we all want to move to New Zealand? Why you move to London? Because the food quality and the scenery is so good in New Zealand.
Yeah, of course, it's different if you like outdoor space.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I feel I'm more into culture, so I need a long history. Like for China and for the UK, they all have long history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I remember I saw from somewhere someone described London as like the middle point of Paris and New York.
Uh-huh.
I think it could be a little bit true. Like you got a modern side and you got the very traditional European side as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, half.
Yeah. So if you don't really want something 100% or not sure, I think it's a good place
London's good.
to get a bit of everything.
Yeah, when I was living in Lisbon, I see, people, like everybody I have met, they all have some side hustle, like either a musician or illustrators or photographers. They're very artistic.
Okay.
That's the thing I find weird in London, because people only have one thing. Or
no, I think a lot of people have a lot of things. It's probably because the places, the area that you live in is quite different. Because now we're in East London. And it's more hippie-ish. If for anyone who don't understand the context. There's a lot of people like local artists live in the warehouse who converted into several bedrooms, art studios, and they were like dodgily selling their side hustle could be just selling foods they made on the weekend as like a meal to support their living, or they do like £1 and vintage thing.
Cool.
Where they found other things for like kilo sales and stuff. I think there's a lot of people who lives around this area, not just do one thing. They can do art, but they also would be like painters. They would do furniture for you, or there's a lot of random stuff.
Multi-talent.
Everyone will have one thing that they really want to make it, and they also have other things going on.
I need to move to East London to live, because I always live in the West London.
Yeah, West London is nicer, I would say. But East London, you have a little bit more life.
Yeah, more contemporary, I would say. Because West London is all the history and the arts.
Yeah, so that's also the thing. Because East London used to be where all the poor people live. And so the rent is relatively cheaper. And
I see.
because the warehouse is, it used to be very industrial. And that's why there's a lot of warehouse or like factory. And now they've been converted into office space and other things. Like there's a one pub that I used to go to. They basically built in a abandoned warehouse, and they built out like a giant pizza oven. And on the weekend, the people just come in and then they would dance all night.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many things to explore.
Yeah.
I think my 2 years here is not enough.
If you move like to different places, that'll be probably good. I also really keen to move to south of London because I'm in the north at the moment, and there's a lot of saying of how north and south are different as well. I'm really keen to discover that side.
It's a David Bowie lives in South London, right? The place we met the first time.
Brixton. Yeah, that's where he was born. I'm not sure if he lives in there.
Yeah, I saw the big like painting
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So in the south, there are more like minority groups, because a lot of places, especially like Brixton,
Colombia, yeah.
like Brixton, used to be one of the biggest immigrant places for a lot of people from Africa, and there's more like smaller places where they develop music like the UK kind of rap. I don't remember the names. What's it then? Yeah. So there is more like music in the South London actually.
Okay. Yeah. Let's end with a question. What's the most exciting thing about future, in your opinion?
I don't know. I think it's I don't know. It's the most exciting because it could be good, it could be bad, but I think I come to the peace with myself, which I'm not scared of the unknown so much, which kind of exciting to see what my next project is, because I've been kind of tied into a job because my visa for so long. I kind of exciting to see if without the day job, I can build up something for myself as well. I can build something else that actually matter to me, not just social media, but
I see.
yeah.
That's good.
How about you?
Me? Yeah, I'm very excited about the unknown now.
Yeah.
Because before, I think 30 is my like turning point.
Okay.
Before 30, I'm very control freak. I need to have a perfect plan about everything. I need everything in my hand, in my control. If everything goes wrong, I will be very anxious or like freak out. But I think it's a gradually then suddenly. I think the suddenly point is in my 30s.
Okay.
I broke up with my ex-boyfriend and decided to quit my job, and so it's very interesting. I'm more confident about unknown. I think I watched the Lady Gaga like documentary 5 feet 2, which is my size, my height. She doesn't fear of anything. No, I feel the same. I feel fearless now. So I'm so optimistic about the future.
That's good.
So life is wonderful. No, there is a potential war that's happened, but I think it's out of our control.
Sorry?
Out of our control.
I think it's to understand that things are out of control and what we can do, and even if we're facing anything unknown, we'll be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and the things that we can't control, we just have to learn how to let go.
Because for me, speaking of control, when I applied for my Portuguese visa in London, I supposed to submit all my material yesterday.
Okay.
But they require something more. So before I was very panicked, like shit, I probably won't get my visa because they like asked me to go back home and then prepare more. And today we encountered the tube strike, which means I need to take me like 2.5 hours from where I live to get to the visa application center, and in the rain. Before I would be like very fucked up. But today I was so peaceful. Okay, I'll just take a ride with a bus or Uber. I'll just see what's life going. So
I think this is my lessons when I into my 30s so far as well. Nothing goes right, but I'm okay. I'm still alive.
That's the thing. We are so chill now, so zen now. That's good. Okay, cheers. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Our first drunk episode.
I'm not even drunk, just a little bit tipsy.
I don't even feel anything yet. We'll do a next one with a lot of baijiu, maybe.
Yes.